Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone and welcome back to my channel. So if y'all can see by the title, today is another story time. But before we get into this video, y'all make sure, if you're not already doing so, subscribe to my channel, give a girl a thumbs up, and comment down below. Y'all, I just want to say, oh my god, this past weekend was so fun. Okay, stay tuned for that vlog, y'all. I just wanted to say shout out to y'all and thank y'all. To over the weekend I had ran into 2 subscribers, y'all. Was at the same party. We have fun. Like, we have fun. I love when people come up to me and just tell me like that they support me. Like, I really do love that energy, y'all. So thank you again. I had a good time, y'all. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this video. I'm always putting my leg up and stuff. But anyway, let's get into this video. So if y'all can see by the title, today this video is about why I stopped doing drop-offs. Oh my god, this is just like, yeah, so let's get into it. So back in 2020, that's when I started doing YouTube, and that's when I started a business, right? So the business I started was like skincare products, stuff like that, whatever. So at that time when I first launched and all that other stuff, I had 2 options. I had shipping and I had drop-offs, right? So y'all, I was tripping. It was free drop-offs too. So people that was in LA area, like, you could put your address and I put like a certain mileage, and then it'll tell you if you like eligible for that, whatever, for drop-off. So y'all, I had messed up on the thing when I was doing it and I forgot to correct it, and I put the miles so fucking far. Like, okay, so fucking far. So that's just, I just need to explain that, whatever. So mind y'all, this is me just launching my business and stuff. I want to be professional, so I'm not about to tell nobody that, oh, your house too far, my bad. No, I'm not bringing it. No, I'm not gonna do that. I still bring it. I just changed the thing on it, right? But this person made me just say, fuck all that shit. I ain't doing drop-offs ever. Okay, so it was this girl, right? And mind y'all, the girl, me and her used to follow each other. Like, we met on Snap. We didn't never even really like know each other. But you know how you have those social media friends where y'all like always comment on each other's shit, or y'all sometimes randomly talk in a DM and stuff like that? That was me and her. I don't even remember how we started following each other on Snap. But yeah, that was me and her. So we ended up following each other on Instagram eventually or whatever. She used to always be turned up, y'all. And y'all, if you know me, I like to go out. I like to have a good time. I like to eat, travel, do the most, party, whatever. So she will always be out too. So she will always, like, if I'm out, she'll hit me up and like, bitch, we need to turn up together. Like, we need to link. And I would say the same to her, because she looked like she'll be having fun. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, whenever we got a link, you be lit. So it was a mutual thing, right? So we'll do that for like a long time. We're gonna call this girl Snap, okay? And we'll figure out why we call her Snap for multiple reasons. The first reason is because I met her on Snap, and then the other one, y'all see why we called her Snap, because this girl's snapped, okay? So she was like always cool, whatever. And mind you, we had this social media friendship probably for like a few years, like, but we will always say this shit to each other but never link up. So when I launched my business, she was like, oh my god, I see you do delivery. She was like, perfect, sis. She was like, let me know when you want to, like, when is a good time to order something. She was like, because then we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and like, you know, you could do the drop off and then we could also hang out or whatever. Like, so I'm like, okay, like, I'll let you know. And I'm like, well, just let me know when you place the order, and I'm like, we could go from there, like, you know. And she was like, okay, cool. So it was like, anytime anybody would order, I would make the stuff like as soon as they order. Like, it wouldn't just be sitting. That's basically what I'm saying. So it was like a Wednesday, I had like 4 orders or whatever. Let's just say like 4 orders. And then I was going to deliver them on Friday. Like, so before I contact everybody, let them know, hey, is Friday a good day? Is around these times a good time, whatever? Because at that time I was working from home. I got off at 4 o'clock. So anything after 4, that's what I was telling people, right? So she ended up placing her order like Thursday. So I'm just like, oh, I could go ahead and make it. It was probably Thursday or that Friday morning, because I was working from home. So it's like, I could go make the shit. Like, I could put myself in unavailable or something and go make it. Like, you know, put myself in bathroom break. Put myself on personal, like, emergency. I don't fucking know. So anyway, I told her like, hey girl, I'm like, I could bring it today, da 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 da. So she like, oh, okay, sis, yes, that's perfect. She was like, because if you down, she was like, every other Friday, me and my family, like my cousins and shit, we go to my grandma's house and we barbecue. Like, we barbecue every other Friday, you know, just so the family could stay together or whatever. And she was like, if you down, like, you could come or whatever. And I ain't gonna lie, at this time, y'all, I know y'all saying 2020, you was about to go to a random barbecue, girl, with COVID going on and stuff. I'm sorry, y'all, but I was outside. I'm sorry. But anyway, so I was just like, okay, cool. Like, that sound cool or whatever. So she was like, okay, perfect. So I'm like, yeah, so Friday I could bring it to you. I'm like, I'll bring yours last, and I'm going to take everybody else's theirs. And I had realized, I'm like, fuck, her address is far as fuck. Like, what the fuck? So I was telling her, like, where area do your grandma live in? 'Cause I see you live like 40 minutes from me. 40 minutes with traffic, y'all. So I'm like, I see you live a little far from me. So I'm like, what area do your grandma live in? Because maybe we could link at your grandma's house and I could just give you the package. So she like, oh no, my grandma live on the other side of town, girl. So she just kept saying the other side of town, because I told her what area I live in. So she was like, my grandma live in the other side of town. She was like, so it'd be best if you just come to my house and then we could just ride in my car, because I don't want you to be doing all that driving and have that much, like, you know, spending so much gas and all this other shit. Which I wasn't really tripping, again, because I was working from home, so I was in the house most of the time, so my gas lasted me for like 2 weeks. So I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever, like, let me know. Anyway, back to the story. So I was like, all right, so y'all, I told her, like, I was doing my drop-offs, and I told her, like, okay, this time frame, mind y'all, she told me she get off work, because she worked that day too. So she told me she get off of work at 4 o'clock. I get off at 4 o'clock. I had to go do like 4 orders. It's traffic. It's a Friday. It's 4 p.m. People getting off work. I'm going in 4 different directions to go do orders. So it's going to take me a while. So I told her, I'm probably not going to get to you until, like, because it's going to take me from doing all these people that's like not too far from me, but still in different directions. I'm like, to do all of that, I get off at 4. I still have to go to the post office. So I'm like, I'm gonna probably get to you around like 6, like probably 6, 5-ish, 6, right? So she like, oh, okay, that's cool, that's cool. She was like, yeah, I get off at 4, so I'll be home, I'll be ready, I'll be already ready and stuff. She's like, I'll just wait on you. So she's like, I'm like, okay, cool. Mind y'all, that's like in the beginning of daytime, right? So throughout the day went by. On my lunch break, I ended up going to the post office. So I told her, like, yeah, it'd probably 5-ish, but you know, still same time, whatever. So she like, okay, cool. She's like, so then she texts me like, oh my God, I'm so mad. And I'm like, why? What happened? And she was like, sorry. So she's like, I'm so mad. And I'm like, what happened? And she was like, girl, my manager want me to do overtime today. Like, he want me to stay an extra hour and do overtime. And she was like, and I really need to do overtime. Like, I really need this money. Like, I really, bills need to be paid. You know, they already cutting hours with COVID. You know, I'm just thinking like, oh, okay. So I'm thinking, okay, she finna flake on me or whatever, which I really wasn't tripping about, no way. Like, I really didn't care. So I'm like, oh no, it's cool, sis. I'm like, do your thing, I understand. I'm like, get your money, we could always link another time. So she said, girl, fuck that. I've been wanting to hang out with you. They gonna just have to have somebody else cover. So that should have been red flag number 1, because girl, if you need the money, why are you missing out on staying overtime because you want to hang out with me? Like, we could hang out the next day or another day. It really doesn't even matter. But I mean, I can't, y'all, I'm not even finna be the one to judge, because I done left work early to go hang out with my friends, but those are my friends that I already know, so it's different. And I wouldn't do that if I really need the money. I would do that. I mean, that was then, I was young, but hey, like, this is different. I wouldn't have left work for her. Like, I don't know her. I don't know the vibe. You know, my friends, I knew the vibe. Like, I knew, yeah, we could have fun. I can't miss this opportunity. You know, but it's different. Or I could have just waited. Like, if you're going to extra hour, you said you get off at 4, so I mean, you would have got off at 5. That would have still been cool, right? Right. So she like, hell no, I'm going to leave. I want to still hang out with you. So I'm like, all right, well, just let me know. You know, I haven't left yet. Like, let me know or whatever. So she like, okay. So the time come, I'm like, just want to check in with you, because again, she lived far. I wasn't finna go way over there, because it's like, then I could just go back home, and then when you, like, you know, give it to you, or if you want to have me come another day so we can hang out the next day, whatever, just let me know. So she like, yeah, it's 4. She like, I'm gonna be getting off, sweetie. Like, I'll see you in a minute. So I'm like, okay. So when I was done with everything, I hit her up. It probably was like 5-ish. So I'm like, not even deep into 5, like 5:10 or something like that. So I hit her up. I'm like, hey, Snap. I'm like, I'm off work. I'm gonna come to your house. Like, it's say I'm 35 minutes away. So she like, okay, cool. I'll be there. Like, you know, I'm in traffic right now, but I'll be there. Mind y'all, she told me, she always would tell me she worked 10 minutes away from her job. I mean, she lived 10 minutes away from her job. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. You know, it is traffic and shit, but yeah, I guess. So she like, yeah, I'll be there way before you, girl, like, whatever. So I'm like, okay. So I'm just thinking, because it's like 5:10-ish. How are you in traffic and you got off at 4 and your job is 10 minutes away? If you stayed the extra hour, just say that. Like, I was not about to press or be mad about that. Like, I understand, you know. So, oh my God. So I ended up going to her house or whatever, and I was just like, hey, I'm here. But mind you, when I was talking to her, when I was texting her, I was on the phone with my mom. So I just parked or whatever, and I'm like, hey, I'm here. And I parked because I'm thinking, you know, we finna get in her car or whatever the case may be. So she ended up texting me like, coming out now, immediately. Right after I had texted her, I'm here, that's when she texted me that. So I'm sitting in the car, I'm just on the phone with my mom, like da da da, just talking about a whole bunch of shit. So then my mom was like, did your friend ever come out? So I was like, oh shit, like I wasn't even paying attention. So I went ahead and I looked at the text message. It was 10 minutes ago where she was like, I'm coming out now. So I was like, hey boo, just want to make sure this your address, I'm in the right place, right? And I told her the type of car I'm in. And she was just like, yeah, that's my address. She was like, my bad girl, I'm sorry. She was like, but when I didn't know you was gonna get here that fast, I ended up running to the store up the street. Why you didn't say that 10 minutes ago when you said you was coming out? So she like, I ended up running to the store up the street. Mind y'all, I got to her house, let's just say it was around like 5:30, right? So now 5:40, it's 5:40, right? Right. So she was like, but I'll be there. I'm right around the corner. Like, it's literally a liquor store right around the corner. You probably pass it up on your way here. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be right there. 3 minutes tops. Give me 3 minutes. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So I'm just on the phone with my mom. But I'm on the phone with my mom and I was just telling her. And my mom be, man, I already be thinking some crazy stuff. And my mom be there too because she be like, and it's just not the best mix. So we just talking. So like 10 more minutes go by. At this time it's about to be probably not more than 10 minutes went by. It's about to be 6 o'clock. It was like 5:50 something, and I was like, okay, like this is getting annoying, like, because it's like, bro, if you needed more time, just don't lie, you know, just be real, just say, hey, da 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 da, whatever the fuck. So I just hit her and I said, hey girl, I'm like, I'm about to go just grab me something to eat. It's cool, we could just reschedule. I'm like, but do you want me to I'm like, do you want me to take the package to your mailbox, like, you know, just drop it at your mailbox or leave it at your door or whatever? And she was like, no, I'm coming right now, I'm so sorry, I'm coming right now. She was like, but my boyfriend is there, if you want he could come down and let you up. So I'm like, no, it's cool. I'm like, if you want you could have him just come down and get it, we could just always reschedule. Like, I'm not doing that tomorrow. If you want to leave tomorrow, we could. At this point I was getting annoyed too, because it's like, so she like, no. She was like, all right, okay, well, if you want to, I'll just have him come down and get it or whatever. So I'm like, all right. So then she told me what he was gonna be wearing, and I told her, you know, again, what type of car I'm in. So when it was a car parked right in front of me, right? So the car was parked in front of me, and it was like a group of guys came outside probably like 5 minutes after me and her had this conversation. So I'm looking, I'm like, okay, her boyfriend had on like gray sweat. He had on something, it was like a few people had on like gray sweatpants and a shirt, like, you know, it was just. So I'm looking like, which one is him? I don't know. So they all walked by my car and they was in front of the car, right? So some of them got in and left, and one boy stayed outside. But mind y'all, they was all talking. So I'm thinking like, okay, this is not him. So the boy that stayed out, like stayed and didn't leave in the car, he was standing like right there in front of my car, like right there on the side, like by the hood. So he right there, right? So I could hear him, and he like kept looking in the car, and like I'll look down because I'm just like, is this him? But I don't want to be staring. I wasn't finna hop out the car like, is you Snap boyfriend? Because I don't know this area and I don't know this nigga. So I'm like, this is weird. So I let her know. I'm like, hey, do he know that I'm outside? Like, and she was just like, yeah, he outside. I'm about to call him to see if he see you. So after she said that, probably like a minute, not even a minute later, this boy phone ring that's standing right there, and he get on the phone, he like, yeah, I see her. He like, yeah, I know, I see her, she right here. So I'm like, what the fuck? Because I could hear him, my windows cracked. So I'm just like, what the fuck, that's weird. So I'm like, mom, hold on, because I have my mom on like the aux, so I'm like, hold on. So I cut her down or whatever. So I wrote on when I'm like, hi, are you Snap's boyfriend? And he was like, yeah. He was like, you coming in? And I'm like, no, I'm not coming in. I'm just gonna give you her order. I'm like, thank you. Let her know, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And I have the bag right here, and I'm just like handing it to him. He would not grab it. He like, yeah, oh, y'all finna go to the barbecue? And I was like, oh no, like, no, we're not. Like, you know, he was like, oh, you missing out. Cause her auntie chicken, like, he would start pumping up the auntie's chicken and shit. He would not take the bag. And I'm just sitting here like, good, nice for that auntie's chicken, grab the bag. You know, I'm not saying that, but I'm just like, still bag just right here, like. So he like, yeah, her auntie chicken be fire. Her auntie makes some fire ass chicken. Like, you can't miss out on that shit, be good as fuck. And he was like, and them sides, oh my god, grandma be snapping. Man, that sound fire. He was like, yeah, that's why she told me like, oh, you can't come because I'm going with my homegirl. Huh, what's your name? So I'm like, Symone. He like, yeah, that's what she said. She said she going with her homegirl Symone. So he like, yeah, so y'all go like way back or something like that. So I'm just like laughing like, because I don't know what the fuck she told him. So he like, yeah, okay, all right. So I'm like, yeah, well, I'm like, I guess I'm gonna have to see next time, but thank you, here you go. And he's just like, no, she should be pulling up right here, so just hold on real quick. He like, you sure you don't want to go inside? And I'm just like, Yo, he was like, yeah, because she had to stay at work, you know, she got to get some money. And then next thing you know, a car started like speeding down the street. So I'm already paranoid. I'm thinking like, what is these people finna do to me? Because this is weird. You won't come outside. You claiming you up the street. You've been saying this for like fucking 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes now. This man is not moving from by my car, and now it's this car speeding down the street. So I was finna drive the fuck off, right? But because he's smiling at the car, like he's smiling at the car coming, like he started just looking at him smiling. So I was like, oh hell no. So I was like, oh, here you go, like, you know, like, and the car just jammed on brakes in front of me. So I'm just at this point crying to myself like, where's the blick? Where's the blick? Because I need the Glock right now, because what the fuck is going on? Man, they jammed on brakes and hopped out the car. It was her. And she like, oh my God, Simone, I'm sorry. Oh my God, I'm sorry. They had me at work. I couldn't even leave. I was trying to leave. And I told them, like, I gotta go be with my homegirl. I gotta go. And I'm just thinking, like, I would hope you wasn't telling your job no shit like that, because they might not want you to come back. But anyway, she like, yeah, she was like, I'm so sorry, Simone. She was like, just, I know you probably want to reschedule. She was like, but let's just go. Like, I'm already here. She's like, I just got to run upstairs and just change my clothes. Like, I'm already ready. You see my hair done. Like, you know, she's like, I'm sorry. Like, you know, and I had to pee really bad, y'all. So, and the way he was pumping up that fucking chicken and those sides, I was hungry. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go to the barbecue, okay? So that's the only reason why I gave in. She was like, yeah, if you want to come upstairs real quick. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I got to use the bathroom. So then she told him, like, go park the car. So he parked the car, whatever. We go upstairs and she just get ready. She get dressed. While we at her house, she like, oh, we got to take pictures, you know, like, because we always said it was going to link, blah, blah. So we in her house, like, she getting dressed. We taking pictures in the mirror. Like, we took some cute pictures, right? We're taking them on her phone because, y'all, at that time, I don't know what iPhone I have. I had a new one. I didn't have a new one. She had the newer one. I can't, whatever iPhone was new at that time. So she had the new one, whatever. And, yeah, so she like, oh, the pictures look good on my phone, which they wasn't coming out cute on my phone either. So I wasn't really taking them. So she taking them, she getting the cute angles, and like she was taller than me, so she was getting the good angles. Like, I'm shorter than her, so me trying to like do this, it was not really coming out right. So, you know, we taking some cute pictures. So I'm like, oh, make sure you send me those. And she was like, yeah, for sure, sis, I got you, right? So it was once, she was like, can you take a picture of me by myself? So I took a picture of her. She was like, you want me to take a picture of you? So I'm like, okay. She took a bomb picture of me on her phone because she said her camera was better, which it was. Y'all, so I'm like, oh yeah, send me that. She like, yeah, I got you. So again, I'm like, okay, so where your grandma live at? Like, you sure you want to take different cars? She like, yeah, girl, because she live on the other side of town. So I wouldn't even do you like that, right? Right. We hop in the car. When we hopped on the freeway and got on that 110 going south, I was just like, girl, looks like the side of town your grandma stay on may be closer to the side of town I live on. Why you couldn't just... But, you know, whatever. So I was telling her that. She was like, oh, yeah, I didn't pay attention to that. Because I'm thinking, like, okay, we on the 110. We could easily end up getting on a whole different freeway. But we stayed on the motherfucking 110. And when we got close to her grandma's house, that's when, I mean, when we was already down the freeway. So that's when I said that. Because I realized, like, we're not getting on another freeway. We stayed on this one. So then that's when she was just like, oh, yeah, see, I wasn't even thinking about it like that. You want me to take you to your car? Take me to my car. We're already finna get off the freeway exit to go to your grandma's house, and it already took us like 30 minutes to get here. So I said, no, it's cool or whatever. It's cool, right? So she like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, my bad, girl. I wasn't even thinking. I just had so much on my mind or whatever like that. So then when we was like getting there, she was telling me like, yeah, I might have my little boo pull up. Is that cool with you? Like, do you mind? I was like, no, I don't mind, you know, do you, whatever, like, you know, even though she lived with her boyfriend, you know, that's none of my business. I don't care. That's on you, sis, you know, do you. It's summertime. It was July, you know. I ain't in nobody business. Whatever. So we get to their house or whatever, y'all. We get to the house. All her cousins and shit is cool. Everybody cool as fuck. Uncles, aunties, cousins, you know, everybody was cool. Like, I'm getting drunk. We drinking and stuff. Y'all, when I tell y'all the food, remember I told y'all how this man was pumping that chicken up? Like, he was pumping that chicken up like it was the next best thing in the world. Like, so I was excited for the chicken. So, y'all, she made me a plate of the famous chicken, y'all. And when I tell y'all that chicken, y'all, that chicken chicken was so motherfucking dry. That chicken was nasty as hell. It don't even taste like they seasoned it. It tastes like I was biting a damn chicken that was running through the farm. It was so fucking nasty. Oh my god. I don't even want to be dramatic like that, but it was disgusting. Like, I just was like, this nigga must not have taste buds, because how the fuck he said this dry, nasty ass unseasoned chicken is good is beyond me. It scared me that people of my color even made some chicken that damn nasty. Like, I was so confused. Like, wow, how did y'all fuck this chicken up? So I was trying to get barbecue sauce to put on it, and it really wasn't even helping, y'all. That chicken was fucking nasty. I'm so sorry, y'all. If the auntie, cousins, whatever, watch this, maybe that would inspire y'all to make better chicken, because I don't know why that family is lying to y'all and telling y'all that chicken is good. My taste buds was not off that day. Y'all ain't about to try to say, bitch, you been outside whole COVID, you probably had it and couldn't taste it. No, that chicken was gross. Maybe they taste buds was off. Maybe they had COVID and they couldn't taste, and that's why it was good. I don't fucking know. It was nasty. Anyway, but the sides was good. He was right about that. So I was eating a lot of sides because I was drinking, so I had to. So I'm chilling. They probably could know I didn't like that chicken, because you know when you put in the trash can like that. Like, yeah. Anyway, so I'm drinking. I'm just with her aunties and shit, and we all just talking, laughing. Mind you, we was there. We taking a lot of pictures. She's recording snaps on her phone. We taking pictures. She taking pictures of me, like, because I was like, ooh, you take. Sorry. So I'm like, ooh, can you take pictures of me, y'all? She taking pictures of me, solo pictures of me. I'm just like sitting there cheesing, drunk as hell. Pictures coming out kind of cute. Some of them not. Because, you know, when you drunk, you be looking like, what the fuck was wrong with me? So, yeah. We take pictures, and she like, I'm like, send them to me, girl. You gotta send them to me. She like, yeah, I got you, girl. I'm gonna send you all these pictures. I got you. So I'm like, all right. So next thing you know, she was like, ooh, bitch, my little boo is here, so I'll be right back. So I'm about to go get him. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, I stay in the back with the family and shit. We doing the Cupid shuffle and doing all that shit. So it was already cool. You know, we doing the cha-cha, doing the slide, hitting the Dougie. You know, we doing all that good shit in the back. These was my family at this point, and she was my friend. You know, it was cool. We was having fun. So she ended up coming back with the boy. The boy does not need a name, but the boy, oh my god. So the boy is a boy I went to high school with when I went to Locke. Mind y'all, I went to Locke my 9th and 10th grade year, and probably like 1 week of 11th grade year. And I ain't seen this boy since 10th grade. Since 10th grade. Mind y'all, I graduated high school in 2012. So I ain't seen you since 10th grade. Ain't seen you, ain't talked to you, don't got you on no social media, nothing. Like nothing. Ain't seen, ain't talked to this man, right? So I'm just making that clear because I'm gonna tell y'all. So she come back there and she's just like, hey, yeah, that's my homegirl, that's Symone. And he like, Symone, what the fuck? Like, what's up, nigga? Like, and I'm just like, oh, what's up? Like, I ain't gonna say his name, and he don't need a fake name because it really don't matter. So I'm like, oh, what's up? Like, what's up? Like, you know, hey, you know, I did a hey. Even though I do know him, but I wasn't finna hug him because she just said this is her boo. Like, what the fuck? I ain't finna hug that nigga. We could dab, high five, airwave, peace. I don't know. But I'm not finna get up and hug you. Like, you know, just when it comes down to certain stuff like that, you just be like, whatever. Because some people just be taking it the wrong way. And they be like, whatever. I'm just not finna hug this nigga. So he walking over to me and he like giving me like a hug while I'm sitting down. I'm just like, nigga, I gave you the air high. It was no need for you to hug me. So she just like, oh, y'all know each other? Y'all know each other? So he like, yeah, we know each other. Huh, I know Symone. I know who she is. I know Symone. And I was like, yeah, we went to school together. And she was like, oh, okay, what school y'all went to? So I'm like, Locke. And he was like, yeah, I know her. And I'm just like, okay. So mind y'all, let me just tell y'all. So mind y'all, when me and the boy was in the 10th grade, we talked. Mind y'all, just talked. We didn't hold hands, we didn't kiss, we didn't cuddle, we didn't do it, we didn't smoke together, we didn't drink together, we didn't go skating together. Like, we didn't do nothing. Like, we literally just talked. Like, sometimes we'll just aim each other back then, or like we'll talk at school, you know, a little flirt here and there. You know how some people be flirting, whatever, but it never goes any further than that. Like, that's how we had, like, we really had a situationship where it was like, you know, and I know, and everybody know, but we don't never just do it. Like, we never just became a couple. Like, and I don't know why. Maybe I worked out for the best. Like, he would talk to bitches and they would not like me because we would just have this chemistry, but we never took it nowhere. Like, y'all ever have friendships with people like that and you wonder, like, why we never taking nowhere? Like, we both friend zoning each other, but we flirting so fucking heavy, and we would say like a lot of crazy shit to each other, like through aim and shit like that, but it never went nowhere. So me saying we went to school together was real cool for me to say. What was I supposed to say? Yeah, girl, we had this bomb-ass chemistry back in high school. It was deep. Like, everybody knew, and they used to be like, oh, y'all should date. And we just would be like, no, and still flirt. Like, what did you want me to say? You know, so, I mean, so, yeah, whatever. So, I didn't say that. I just said we went to school together. And he just kept saying, yeah, yeah, I know Symone. Oh, yeah, I know her, like, laughing and shit. So, she like, oh, okay. So, she was like, Symone, well, I'm finna go in the front with him. I'm finna go be in the car with him real quick. Like, you good? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good, girl. Like, bitch, me and your aunties is playing dominoes. You good? Go up there. Like, you know, do you. So, she ended up leaving, and she was with him for, like, a cool hour or whatever. But before she left, I told her, I'm like, make sure you send me the pictures, sis. Like, I'm trying to post my pictures before it get too late. Even though I'm doing like little snaps and stuff with the aunties and stuff like that, but still I wanted my full body pictures to post on my Instagram. So she like, oh yeah, sis, I'm gonna send him. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, you know, so she left with him for like about an hour or whatever. So when she ended up coming back or whatever, it was getting late. So she like, all right, we could go back to my house. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we on our way back to her house, and she just like, yeah, like, it was cool. Like, you fuck with the fam. I'm like, yeah, this is cool. Like, that's, y'all be lit. Like, you know, I like how close y'all is and shit. And she's like, yeah. So she's like, they do this every other Friday. So you probably got to come back or whatever because it was cool. So I'm like, yeah. So she like, girl, so what you think about, she said the boy name. And I was like, he cool. Like, he cool people or whatever. Like, you know, so she was like, yeah, he cool or whatever. We've been talking for like a month now or whatever like that. I was like, oh, that's what's up. Like, you know. And she like, yeah, she like, because I really don't know what's going on with my boyfriend, my real boyfriend, the one that she lived with. She's like, it's just a lot going on. So how you feel about him? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know him, like, to be feeling any type of way. So she was like, yeah, I don't know. I just got to see what I'm going to do, you know, because I really like this boy, talking about the boy I went to school with. So she's like, I really like him, da-da-da-da. So I'm going to see. So I'm like, yeah, okay, sis, yeah, whatever. Boom. So we get back to her house. She like, do you want to spend the night? Because you kind of drunk. So I'm like, nah, I'm going to drive home. Like, I was not drunk at this point. I was not drunk. So I'm like, nah, it's cool. I'm going to just go home. So she like, okay, you sure? Like, you know. And I'm like, yes. She's like, you want me to ride with you home? Like, you want me to spend the night with you at your house? So I'm like, no. Like, the fuck? That doesn't make sense. So I'm just like, no, it's cool. Like, you know, I'm gonna hit you. And I'm like, and send me my pictures. Like, you say send them. Mind y'all, when she was outside with the boy for like an hour, she had posted a picture of me and her on her page. Anyway, so I'm just like, she like, girl, I'm gonna send him, my bad, okay. So I'm like, all right, bye, like, see you later, whatever. So I end up going home, right? So it was like the next day, and I'm just like, this bitch still ain't sent my motherfucking pictures. But at this point, I'm not even finna keep pressing about the pictures because she was giving off weird vibes. And somebody did this to me before. Like, we was at a whole little party, and the girl take pictures of me, and she would not give me my fucking photos. Like, she would not. This is why now I don't care if your phone is better than mine. I don't give a fuck if you have the iPhone 1,000,000 and your camera is so damn clear that somebody could take me out the fucking image. I do not care. I don't let people if I want a picture of myself, I have them take it on my phone, because this happened too many times and I don't get it. If y'all know, then let me down in the comment section below what it is, because I don't fucking get it. Like, I don't know what it is that people do this for. Like, it's very weird. It was like later in the next day or whatever, right? So she ended up hitting me up, and she was like, girl, I got a lot to tell you. Can I call you? So I'm like, yeah. So then she never ended up calling me that day, right? So the next day, so now this is Sunday. So she ended up hitting me up Sunday. I was like, bitch, it was so much shit that happened. Like, oh my God. Like, me and my boyfriend got into it that night. Like, girl, oh my God, I was gonna call you yesterday. She was like, but it was just a lot of shit that was going to us getting into it still. So I'm like, oh my God, like, why'd y'all get into it? Like, because clearly you want me to know. Like, you want me to know. You told me. Like, I ain't trying to be all in your business, but clearly you want me to ask you. So I'm like, why'd y'all get into it? She was like, because he found out that oh boy came to the party. So I'm like, oh my God, how he found out? She was like, cause he was reading my messages, and the boy was saying that I fucked him so good at the cookout, and how the food was good. Like, they was just texting back and forth saying a lot of shit like that. So her nigga read the messages, right? So this bitch said, I told him that he came there for you. Mind y'all, I don't care what you tell your nigga, because I don't even know him. So I really don't care. But how are you saying he came there for me? So what, you gonna say, oh, he came there for Symone, but then I ended up fucking him? Like, it just didn't make no sense. So she was like, he didn't believe me. Like, I told him he came there for you and your phone died. So he was texting you texting him off of my phone. Which don't make no fucking sense, bitch. My phone would at some time in the day, if my phone died, at some time it will be alive again. It would be alive again when I charge it. Like, this didn't make no sense. And then, like, we wasn't even together still at that time. Like, It just didn't make sense. So she was like, yeah, and I was showing him all the pictures on my phone of you. Mind y'all, you brought up the pictures, you still ain't fucking sent me. So she like, I was showing him all the pictures on my phone of you talking about something so he could believe it. Like, yeah, see, her phone died, that's why she got all these pictures in my phone, like, you know, all this other stuff. So I'm just like, dang, girl, that's crazy. She's like, yeah, he was not going for it, like, he was not believing none of that. So it was just a big thing. She was like, but we have fun though, like, you know, right? So I'm like, yeah, it was cool. And I said, speaking of my pictures, LOL, and I put the looking eyes. So she was just like, LOL. So I'm thinking maybe in a few minutes I'm going to start getting ding, ding, ding. And there's going to be my pictures coming in. Because what's so funny? Like, the fuck? Like, what's so funny? So I didn't say that, though. So then she was like, can I ask you a serious question? So I'm like, yeah. She going to say, how do you feel about, and she said the boy I went to school with. So I'm thinking like, bitch, you already asked me this. So I'm like, he cool or whatever. And she was just like, well, why did you lie? I'm like, why did I lie about what? She was like, you said y'all went to school together. I'm like, we did go to school together. And she was like, can I call you? So I'm like, yeah. So she ended up calling me and she was just like, I just feel like it was fake of you to not tell me that y'all used to fuck with each other, and for you to try to water it down and just say y'all went to school together knowing that that's my nigga and I fuck with him. Like, if you're my friend, you should have told me that. First of all, bitch, this is our first time hanging out, okay? First of all, we haven't developed a friendship, a real life friendship. We just have our social media friendship. And second of all, me and him did not talk. So I told her, I said, girl, we didn't even, I said, well, we talked, but we didn't fuck with each other. So I told her, I said, girl, we used to just flirt back and forth in school. I said, me telling you that unnecessary information would have been me saying, hey, girl, he used to kiss me in kindergarten. Like, it would have been pointless as hell. It would have been on some hate or weird. That for me would be weird. Like, unless y'all actually did something and had some type of real fucking chemistry there and relationship and fucking shit, that's weird. Like, I wouldn't want somebody to tell me, oh, if I'll be like, hey y'all, this my new boyfriend. They'd be like, oh my god, Symone, no, he held my hand in 3rd grade. And it'd be like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Like, what the fuck? Like, I was just like, why would I say that? To me, that's giving off weird hater vibes. Like, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, if I should have just right there in front of TT and all of them stopped the card game and said, hey y'all, stop the spade game. But me and him, we had chemistry. Like, we never even kissed. Like, it was never that deep. Like, it was never that deep. So she just like, I don't know, I just feel like if you're my friend and you really wanted to be my friend and you really want to fuck with me, you would have told me some shit like that. She was like, because I feel like that's going behind my back. Bitch, excuse me? So I said, how is that going behind your back? Like, I'm like, how's that going behind your back? I said, going behind your back is like if I went and hit him up the next day and just start trying to rekindle and go down memory lane and say, let's finish what we never started. Like, that would be different, like weird, because it's like I'm in your face hanging out with you and shit, but then I'm over here like, oh, now I want to talk to this nigga now. Like, you know, so, but me, like, what? Me just not telling you that fucking pointless information is going behind your back? So she like, oh, well, I don't know. I just feel like it's fake as fuck to me. Like, it was just weird for you to sugarcoat it when it was more than that. So I'm like, it was not never more than that. So I'm just like, you know what? Like, if that's how you feel, then hey, you on some different type of time, man. If you feel like I'm fake or whatever, you don't gotta fuck with me. I really could care less. I'm like, I could really care less. It is what it is. Because it's like, at this point, bitch, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. And I think 2020, probably like 2019 is when I came into the, oh, I'm not arguing with nobody no more. Like, I'm at peace. So it's like, I'm not gonna argue with you about this dumbass shit, right? So she was just like, I just find it strange. She was like, I just find it weird how I've been trying to hang out with you for so long, for years. She was like, but the moment I start talking to your ex, and she put in quotations ex, like if I said he was my ex and he didn't claim me, and it's like, bitch, I never said the nigga was my ex. Anyway, so she like, and I just find it funny how I've been trying to hang out with you for years, but when I start talking to your ex, because at this point we wasn't on the phone no more, so this time we texted. She's like, and when I start talking to your ex, you want to finally click up with me. Bitch, I'm so sorry. My name is Symone, not Raven Symone. Bitch, I am not psychic. I never knew, one, that you was gonna invite that nigga to this fucking cookout that you invited me to. You invited me to. Mind y'all, we will always say we're gonna link, but we never invited each other nowhere. This was the first time you ever invited me somewhere. That's why I went out. One. Two, how do I even know you're dating this nigga? Like, I really was telling her this. I'm like, how do I know you're dating this? And I said, for one, you post your real boyfriend on your Snap and Instagram. You don't post this nigga. So I would have never known. I don't follow him. I don't follow you. I don't follow, I follow you, my bad. I don't follow him on social media. I follow you, but you're posting your real man. So how would I have known that this is your nigga and oh, all of a sudden I want to be in his face? So I'm gonna say, ooh, let me link up with this bitch. Like, come on now. Like, am I a psychic, bitch? For one, I was trying to leave. You the one trying to butter me up with the fucking dry ass chicken. Like, I was so confused. Like, at this point, I'm confusion. Okay? And I know somebody gonna be like, that don't make sense. Y'all, I know it don't make sense. And then none of this made sense to me neither. That's why I was confused. So I'm just like, yo, this bitch is really snapping. Like, you snap. Like, you just turned to a whole different person. Like, you're trying to call me a fake bitch because I didn't tell you about some shit that didn't make no sense to tell you about. So I'm just like, whatever. So I was just like, girl, bye. Like, girl, bye. And she was like laughing my ass off. You still want those pictures? Y'all, I didn't even reply. I didn't even reply because I'm just like, this bitch is weird. Like, she's so fucking weird. So then we didn't talk. Of course, we didn't talk. And I don't know why I didn't block her number. It didn't even, like, it slipped my mind to do so. So then she ended up posting something and was like about my product. Like, she was like, oh my god, I love this product, y'all go shop with Simple Sam, like go shop with Symone, whatever. And she had posted it and tagged me. So I just, like, my business page, so I reposted it, whatever, because you know, again, when it comes to my business, I'm not about to be unprofessional or nothing. You're giving me a good review, so thank you for that. But whatever. Y'all, when I tell y'all this bitch kept reposting pictures of me and her, like the pictures of me and her, like she would post them and make it seem like we was together, even though these are old pictures. So I don't know, maybe she was lying to her boyfriend so she could be with that nigga and be saying she with me. I don't fucking know. But mind you, we're not even talking. We're not even talking, y'all. So probably like 2 months later, she hit me up and was just like, sis, I was going through a lot, like with my breakup, and I'm sorry if I accused you for anything like that. Like, I don't think you would go behind my back and fuck with my nigga. And I'm just like, mind you, because I didn't block her number. So she texted me all of this because she had DM me, but I never opened it. Like, I would see her DM me and I just wouldn't open the message. So I'm like, because no, for what? Like, So yeah, so she like texted me all this shit and I was just like, this bitch is weird. Like, I just never replied to the text message because, bro, I don't have time for that shit. Like, that shit is so fucking weird. It's so fucking weird. And then she ended up like blocking me on Instagram for some reason. I guess probably because I didn't reply to her message. So it was just funny to me. Like, what made me tell this story is because I was on my business page, Instagram or whatever, and I had seen she had messaged me on there and she was just like, shout out to you, like, I see you out here doing your thing, like, one day we gotta link again for sure because we have fun. And I'm just thinking like, what? And mind y'all, let me say, the day that she did text me and she was saying all that weird shit, she did sub me on Instagram, but I didn't like give into that because like I said, out on the my peace matters, I'm not arguing with nobody. She did something, she was just like, you can't trust bitches, no new friends, and all this other shit and like, bitches want your nigga. Like, she was saying a whole bunch of like weird ass shit. But I'm just like, she must be talking about somebody else she met online because, bitch, you ain't talking about me. Because still to this day, I don't follow that man on social media. Still to this day, I ain't seen him since that day then. And I'm just thinking, like, what was his point? Like, when you up there and you with her and clearly y'all doing whatever y'all doing, making the car shake, why is you speaking up on me and how we had chemistry in the fucking 9th, 10th grade? Like, why are you speaking up on me? Like, why did I come up again? Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not the type of fucking, like, you're weird. Like, you're just weird. Like, why are you bringing, that's weird. That's like if I'm on a date with a nigga and I'm bringing up the next nigga to him. Like, who wants to hear that? Like, why are you bringing up me to somebody that you fuck with? Like, that's so weird. And you're bringing up some stupid ass shit. Oh, I tied her shoe because her nails was too long and she couldn't loop them. He didn't say that, but it's just like, you're saying some fucking dumbass shit. Like, that shit had just made me mad because I was just like, damn, like, I really be having PTSD when it come down to meeting new friends sometimes because some people be just like off and I just be so confused. But it's like, I'm not even gonna go back and forth with you. But y'all, don't get me wrong, that didn't mess it up for people. Like, I'll still be open to meet new people or whatever. I just try to read vibes first, you know? Like, I'll try to, before I link with you, like, I'll be trying to, like, I'll probably communicate with you first or whatever. Like, I gotta read the vibe. Like, I gotta read it, and if I feel like it's cool and it's cool, then cool. But if I feel like you cool and then it end up being wrong, then that's on me. But hey, like, you know, I just be like, no. I swear, like, a lot of people be like, y'all. So I be like, I don't know, I be open to meet new people, but I be like, it be gotta be, maybe you come with your friends, I come with mine, we see how we interact, or I don't fucking know. Like, it just be crazy because some people really just be like, what? Y'all. So yeah, my social media friend, she just she ain't my social media friend no more. But yeah, it is what it is, and oh well, because that shit was fucking weird. But anyway, so y'all, that's the end of this story, and I promise y'all, the next story time for me, because y'all see I've been slipping on my subscribers edition, so I'm gonna do that one next, and then after that y'all gonna get the Toxic and Joe, okay, part 2, because I know y'all been waiting on it, so y'all gonna get it. So hopefully it'll be like this week, if not be the weekend or next week, but most likely through this time frame, no later than Sunday. Okay, so yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe, like, comment down below, and yeah.